Greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the week of July 3rd to July 9th, 2017. The message that is coming in for you is, your ears. Could be something going on your ear wax, so a kind of ear blockage. Spiritually, it could be like you're hearing a dull ringing sound in like either one of your ears. That could be like, angelic energy around you, like spiritual energy, especially if you are waking up spiritually. That could be something that's going on. You can hear ringing in either one of your ears. It may be uncomfortable. Yeah, like a dull ringing. It could be something that a beeping sound, whatever the case may be. Okay. It may be that you are very close to the spiritual world. You are a very spiritual sign. So it could be like you are close to that world in terms of your connections, that the connections that you are making with spirits who have crossed over, angels, spirit guides, and such in that case as well. Okay. So you do have a lot of spiritual activity going on around you in that case. So pay attention to either what like the angels are saying to you, your guides are saying to you. Pay attention to those things is what I'm getting. Okay. So that's very important. So either you have family that crossed over that's trying to communicate. They may be communicating with you through dreams, whereas your guides, your angel guides, they may be trying to communicate with you by the humming, by the buzzing sound in your ear. But communication in general is very important, period, for you. So just pay attention to that as well, okay? So Scorpio for the week of July 3rd to July 9th, 2017, okay? Okay. First card is the Six of Fire. I literally shuffled this deck again, and I got the same cards again. So I'm just gonna freaking go with that. I did this twice, and I kept getting the same thing, so it's important. Six of Fire is the first card that's coming up here. This represents childhood, like anything with a sexual things. You may be exploring yourself sexually. Sexual exploration. If you haven't had any kind of sexual activity in a while, that could also be another situation where you may be a little bit blocked. And may if you haven't had sex in a while because you were arguing with your partner, whatever the case may be, you're like literally you're at the tip of it. So there's a need to be intimate is what I'm getting here with this card. There's a need. It is a six. It may be like you need to travel, like you're traveling to somebody's place, or vice versa wise to be intimate with them is a kind of feeling that I'm getting. It could be fire sign energy. It could be their sun, moon, or rising sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm getting some kind of family issue surrounding this as well. So if you are going to travel to to be intimate with someone, like be careful of your family finding this out is the kind of vibe that I get. There's judgment, like they're judgmental about this is what it seems like. So you could be literally getting a call, like, from somebody, your partner, whoever it may be, like, I want to sleep with you, like literally saying that. And it's like you're like getting dressed like under like a millisecond and you're like, I'm out. Like, if that's that kind of feeling. But be careful of who is listening to you, is what listening to your conversations. Be careful of tap phones. Be careful what people are hearing, like phone stuff. Be careful of people on the other line. Be careful of that kind of stuff as well. Okay. 10 of Fire is the next card that's coming up. So yeah, it may be difficult. Maybe you don't have transportation money to get to someone because of this situation, or they don't have the money to get to you. There's some kind of transportation barrier in between trying to be intimate or trying to go out with someone. It's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Fire sign energy as well that's coming up here. So that could also be the case with Aries, Leo, Sag energy. And I'm also feeling like they're trying their best to help you out financially is what I'm getting. It's like, but they want to have sex, they want to be intimate, they want to like there's a lot of intimacy. I'm picking up a lot of intimacy with this card. But for some reason it's like if you haven't been intimate for a long period of time, like I was saying before, it could make you a little bit like nervous. It can make you a little bit particular. You want to make sure that you smell good, you want to make sure that you look cute If you are a girl, if you're a guy, if that can go both ways. If you want to make sure you look good, that your feet smell good, that your feet are clean, whatever the case may be, you just want to be fresh and nice before you take someone else. You take someone out, you sleep with someone. Like there's intimacy going on here. So if this is a job situation, like you're trapped, this could be. It feels like interview. It could be an interview situation or some kind of intimate thing is going on here. If it's a job, like you want to make sure that you look good, but you also need money to get to this interview. You need money to travel. You need somebody to give you a ride, for God's sakes. But you just need transportation to something that's going to change your life. Basically, whether it's a job, whether it's sex or intimacy, this feels like it could even be intimacy with someone that you thought you'd never be intimate with. That's the kind of feeling that I also get. Someone could have been literally like beating around the bush about how they felt about you, and they're like, out of nowhere, they're just like, come to my place. Is what it seems like. Five of Fire is the next card that's coming up here. So you may have had to battle down some people, or this fire sign individual. Maybe it could be that they're trying to get you together to do something, like just the two of you, but they missed out one very crucial, very important detail as to like their outing with you, is what it seems like to me. So they could be inviting, like what may seem like just the two of you, if it's you and a fire sign individual, like you have all fire here. Whether it's just you, it come to find out that there's actually more people involved. It could be 5 people, 4 people here, is what it seems like. They trying to like they want to surprise you. Like there's some kind of interesting energy surrounding this card, and it's like you're upset with them for not telling you that. Well, why? What are these people doing here? Why are they here? So if you're getting interviewed, it could be like that kind of interview where like you're being interviewed by more than one person, but it's like that's what's making you nervous. Like you didn't know that was what the interview was going to be like. So if somebody's inviting you out, you're thinking that it's just the two of you or the three of you, the two of you, if that's the case, but there's more people involved that you didn't know. If it's an interview, it's a group interview, but they didn't mention that, if that's the case. If it's a family situation, it could be that someone lives with more than they said that they live with in terms of people, is what it seems like there, okay? Or if you're moving in with this person, I'm going to say one more time, you're moving in with them, they have too many people are living in the house there's too many people there. And it's like you're worried about, that's why it's a burden. You're worried about the privacy. You're worried, you don't want to sacrifice your privacy and your regular lifestyle just because like there's more people living in this place. There's all these people are interviewing you. There's a lot of like, there's confusion associated with this 5 of Fire energy. 4 of Water is the next card that's coming up. So you feel detached from this situation with this fire sign individual. Like I said, you were a bit confused. You may even be angered by something that they're doing. Like I feel like they may have set something up behind you, like behind your back kind of vibe. But like I said, they didn't tell you. They didn't give you the details. And like you're worried. You're worried about what your family's going to think. You're worried about what you think. Like you're worried as to like what's going to become of this situation. So if it's like a group living situation, that could be worrying you, where there's more people involved than you thought. If it's actually a date, you're going out with this person, there were people involved that there are people that are coming out as well that you just didn't know. Like I don't like, why did you invite these people? I don't know who the hell they are. So why are they here right now, is the kind of vibe that I get. Message from air. This could be a literal message from an air sign individual. But I'm getting some kind of like false, there's like false hope, or there's like something is false. Like you were thinking that maybe this person was into you. You were thinking that this person wanted to do something with you, and that they fell through. Like they didn't follow through with their plans with you, is the kind of vibe that I get. And it could have hurt your feelings. It could have made you upset. And that's why the 4 of Water is here as well. And it's like, you're just aggravated. It's a burden. Like you're tied to a relationship that you don't want to be in, with a fire sign individual, Aries, Leo, Sag. It could be Sag, that you don't want to be tied to or Leo. You don't want to be tied to this person anymore, and you're frustrated. You don't know what to do. You're frustrated with the way they move. They are frustrated with you, was the kind of vibe that I get. But this air sign individual, like you had hopes for them, or they had hopes for you, and they kind of let you down. is a feeling that they let you down. Like trust. There's an issue with trust with this air sign. And it's like they could have been a friend that literally promised you that they would be there for you. They never showed up. They didn't call. They didn't say anything. Like they just like you could have made plans with them and they didn't show up. So now it kind of feels like you're forced into like being with this fire sign, or you're forced into being in this environment. If this is a job interview situation, like you were hoping that this air sign individual will call you back, and they didn't. They didn't call you back. They told you that they'll contact you in about a week, and they never did. And that's why there is a burden as well. Okay. And it could be that this five of fire could be the home environment. People are upset. Maybe you're not working. Maybe they're not working, but there's a lot of battle and struggle going on. And I feel like you tried to find work. It has been a burden to find work, is what it seems like here. And it's almost like somebody you were hoping that would hire you, like they didn't hire you, and it's like you're stuck in a work environment that you really don't want to be in. You're stuck in a relationship that you don't really want to be in, or a living situation you don't want to be in. I feel like you kind of had your heart set on living with someone or being with someone, or you were hoping that this person will leave their partner, if that is also the case. Okay, next card that is coming up is the five of air. So you do have some kind of backstabbing energy going on here, like I said, from the message from air. This person, they could be a two-faced one. They could be the ones that are two-faced. They could be the ones that were giving you the false hope. They could have boosted your ego really nicely, or you kind of like boosted their ego a little bit too much as well, in terms of like, spending time with them. They're kind of like, they could be flamboyant. They could be someone who, they could be narcissistic kind of energy is a kind of vibe. This also represents air, represents communications like online, Facebook, Instagram. You could be finding out something on Instagram that's making you a little bit upset. Like this person may have gotten engaged or married, or they moved somewhere farther away from you, and they never communicated with you. They never tried to do anything with you, and that's what's making you upset. You feel backstabbed by that person, and now you feel stuck. Now you feel stuck with this fire sign that's unhealthy. You're stuck living with this fire sign that's unhealthy, and you're just like, what the hell am I going to do now? With the four of water kind of vibe. Next card that's coming up is the couple. Represents the sign of Gemini. This air sign could be a Gemini that you are dealing with. But I'm getting like future. I'm getting future vibes from this card. Like I said, you may have been hoping that you were going to have a future with someone else. You were kind of hoping that someone would jump in and help you get out of a toxic living situation. I kind of get that vibe as well. Like you were hoping that an air sign would help you get out. Like you were hoping that they would help you get out of a toxic living situation, a toxic marriage, whatever the case may be. But like their plans, like they fell through, like they didn't show up is the kind of vibe that I get. But I was also getting future. So it could either go both ways. Either like they did not communicate with you at all, like they disappeared and they left you hanging, or they're communicating something about you, like they want to be like with you, or they want to do something with you, they want to go out. That could also be another situation. And it could be maybe you're making this fire sign individual feel a bit detached. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to diss them, is a feeling that I get. Like you don't want somebody to get hurt, or you are that person that maybe the air sign, they didn't mean to hurt you, or they weren't trying to like be with you, or they weren't trying to hurt you, was the kind of vibe that I get. But they already have a partner that they were healing issues from. So they could be tied to a fire sign individual themselves. And maybe it's been a constant up and down between them, between the air sign and the fire sign individual, external from you. So you literally like, it feels like a domino effect. It feels like you're tied to one or two people. You're tied to one person, and then you have another person that's tied to another person. And so it's kind of like there's like a Secret Lovers, like by Stacey Lattisaw and Johnny Gill. Is it Johnny Gill? There's a Secret Lovers kind of vibe going on here, where it's four people, two people tied to their own partners that they don't want to be with that person. They don't really want to be with them. So there's some stuck feelings going on. There's some detachment coming from both ends between you and your air sign, is what it feels like. They're stuck. They're sliced in between. It's a burden. It's a trial as to like what to do. Next card that's coming up is the Three of Earth energy. So this is like group collaboration, could be in the workplace environment. If it's a job, you're torn between two jobs. You're torn between whether you should take the job that was offered to you by the fire sign individual or the air sign, but they didn't fall through either. So it's kind of like you need to come back to square one in terms of a job situation. So if these two either didn't work out, so air tried to hire you, air interviewed you, fire interviewed you, and you're just like, shit, none of these are working out for me. I don't like them. I don't like either of them. They don't want me, if that is the case. So there's a lot of frustration going on. There's sexual frustration going on as well, is the vibe that I'm getting. So if you are trying to be intimate, be careful of other people being in the house, is what it feels like. You don't want other people around. Like I said, you didn't know somebody had a whole group, a whole posse of people. Like, how are we going to be intimate if you got your brother, your sister's husband? Like, how are we going to, like, have sex with all these people around in the house, is the kind of feeling that I'm getting as well. Last card that's coming up is the Eight of Water. Not knowing what to do about a situation, either a job, either getting hired, either an intimate situation, a person, two people, deciding between two people. You don't know what to do here. So you're a little bit stuck. Okay, so I'm going to look to see what the outcome is in terms of what is going to occur and how it should, what is the outcome for this week or this time period. So, geez. So the outcome for the week of July 3rd to July 9th, 2017. What is the outcome here for July 3rd for Scorpio? For July 3rd to July 9th, 2017. What is the overall outcome? So 1, 2. Okay, so you got 3 cards that came out. I don't want 3 cards, so I just want 1. I'm telling you right now, I just want 1 card. All right, so Scorpio outcome 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay. You have dwarves and gnomes. Okay, dwarves and gnomes has a lot to do with your creative self. So I feel like if you did need to make a final decision about a person, about a situation here, like you're finally like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna continue doing the same work that I was doing before. I'm gonna continue looking until I find something. You know, it is tiresome. It's tiresome. It's a nighttime card as well, so it could be like you're tirelessly working hours into the night. If you do work from home, if that is the case, or you're working hard in general, but you're tired. It's like you're young and you're tired. If you are a young person, it's like you're aging fast. You know, you're tired because there's a lot going on. People aren't hiring you fast enough, is the kind of vibe that I'm getting. A relationship isn't moving fast enough, or the relationship isn't moving or isn't making any sense to you, is the kind of feeling that I get here as well. Okay. All right then, Scorpio. I hope that you enjoyed it. Most importantly, I hope that it was insightful for you. If you have any pressing comments or questions, comments, or concerns, please hit me up on email. Hit me up on email for private readings as well. My readings are 30 for a half an hour, and a full hour is 60. Also, general donation to the channel for my PayPal is available for that, and also for my Reiki training, and for the readings and for general donation. Okay, Instagram is also available too. All right, so have a blessed week, Scorpio. Take care. Bye.